Hey guys, it's Kevin from the New Warehouse Podcast here. I'm in the Resonant Link booth at MODEX for our Power Talks collaborative series, and I'm joined by Jason Bratton of ePicker, now also known as EP North America. So Jason, good to see you.
Good to see you.
You too.
Thanks for having me.
Definitely. So congratulations, some news recently. So ePicker, also known as EP now, which I think you're going to tell us a little bit about, is now part of Big Lift. So tell us about that and tell us what that means.
Sure. So for the last couple of years, we've launched as ePicker, focused on building out dealers here in the U.S. With our great success, I've now joined the Big Lift team. When joining the Big Lift team, we've changed our name to EP North America to pick up the global EP brand and bring it here to the U.S.
Yeah.
So that's what we're doing. Being part of Big Lift has been great for us. We've expanded resources. We've got an engineering team and a marketing team and a technical support team that we're able to expand and take care of our current dealers and customers better, as well as our future dealers as we pick them up.
Yeah, I think that's a great thing, and it's great to get those additional resources to really get the EP name out there and push further into the market. And now your focus has been on lithium-ion-powered lift trucks, right?
Correct.
So tell us a little bit about that choice and also kind of how the lithium-ion market has evolved over time.
Sure. So lithium, being a super stable energy source, has really allowed us to kind of change the classification of forklifts. So historically, forklifts were really divided into two categories. You had electric forklifts and you had internal combustion.
Right.
Both kind of had their place, right? You had electric forklifts, more the inside forklifts, indoor warehouse equipment. Internal combustion, unlimited fuel source, running them in different applications outside. With lithium technology, we're now changing that mold and able to use electric equipment both inside and outside without all of the maintenance and requirements that come with the historical lead acid trucks. Yeah. So it's really changed how customers look at forklifts and how they use them in their applications.
Yeah, and I'm curious, over the last couple of years, there's certainly been more attention around lithium within the space, and I'm curious how you've seen that attention shift, maybe even being here this year at MODEX. How is the attendee now, the material handling customer, how are they perceiving lithium?
Sure, so early on, adoption of lithium, people didn't really understand. They were worried about the chemistry. They were worried about how is this going to work? How is it going to last? They treated it a little bit slow play to see what would come out from it. I think just walking around the show the last couple of days, the time that I've spent, there's a lot of new companies that are adopting the lithium technology in their equipment. There's a lot of new lithium manufacturers, and customers are really taking advantage of the opportunities. Seeing prices come down on lithium has also helped from an acquisition standpoint to get into something different and try it out for the first time.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think it's a great thing to see kind of that adoption and also that knowledge gap get closed a little bit, and for people to understand more about those things, like you said, early skepticism around chemistry and things like that. So I guess somebody that's maybe looking at switching lift trucks or going to lithium ion in some way, what advice would you give them? How would you tell them to go about looking at those types of things?
First off, I think you have to trust the technology. It's ultra stable. And it's going to open up opportunities that they might not be aware of. And so educating themselves, researching online, and trying out the equipment. Put it in the application, see how it works, and then go from there.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that's such a great thing to say. Try it out, right? See if it works.
Absolutely.
Right? So for your customers already, what are some of the things that, as they've put the EP lifts in place now, that they've seen that it was a surprise to them or even maybe a surprise to you in terms of benefits?
Sure, good question. So we're always happy to see how surprised our customers get in a positive way when they realize that the adoption from going from internal combustion to electric really isn't that much of a switch.
Right.
When you design the equipment to mirror the characteristics and the traits of an internal combustion with all the benefits of lithium, the operators, they love it. No vibration, no heat, all of those things that they lose.
Right.
The procurement managers love it because of the price point.
Yeah. And
the operations management loves it because of the uptime and the lower cost or lack of maintenance that comes with lithium compared to some other things.
Yeah, and I think that's a great thing to point out is that maintenance for sure is such a big thing, right? Especially as we see traditionally lead acid has been a little messy. You got water the batteries, all that stuff, right? Or lithium, just kind of just plug it in. That's about it to charge, right?
It's maintenance free. You don't have to worry about all those extra steps and taking care of it. Absolutely.
Yeah, I think that's a fantastic thing. So I'm curious, how do you see kind of the lithium market evolving? Do you see further penetration into the market within the next couple of years?
So we see a lot of customers moving to lithium or other forms of new energy and adopting the change. I think that the technology has proven itself over the last few years, so that we're past that early adoption stage.
Yeah.
And now people are starting to trust it and apply it more in their applications every day.
Yeah, I think that's a great thing to see, and we'll definitely be interested to see how that kind of continues to evolve within the industry as well. And I think it's a great thing to see your presence and others' presence too, and being able to do that and kind of having, like we said before, the attention or the knowledge increased of the attendee that we would see here, and maybe future attendees as well, as this show continues to expand. It's massive this year, right? So I'm curious on that side too. I mean, as you look around, what kind of technologies do you think overall are really pushing kind of the warehouse industry forward, material handling industry forward?
Sure. So outside of the fuel type technologies with lithium, we've been really impressed with all the new robotics and autonomous products. 10 years ago at this show, it was a lot of forklift manufacturers, and now you're seeing a lot more of that technology. I think the advancement in AI coming into play in the software as well, that's automating a lot of these products and making them where you don't need an operator at all involved is really where we're going.
Yeah, absolutely. And what can we expect for the future of EP too?
Absolutely. EP is investing heavily in autonomous technology and the research of taking products and making them autonomous, whether that's in a cobot situation or a full autonomous unit of all different shapes and sizes, the floor pallet movers to the stacking equipment to the full autonomous, forklifts that you ride on or stand on.
Yeah, absolutely, and I think that's definitely such a good thing to see, to be able to have that flexibility and understand that the market is kind of moving in a direction for some people, and also still, staying with the manual too as well. So, when you look at that, are you seeing that some of your existing customers that have human-led lifts and things like that, I mean, are they asking for autonomous versions too as well?
They are.
Yeah.
And so instead of saying, do you have autonomous units, they're looking at the portfolio and saying, which of these units can you make autonomous?
Interesting. Okay. Yeah. I think that's really interesting. I think that's a great way to go about it, because when you think about some of these solutions you see, it's kind of like, maybe
might solve one little problem, and
yeah.
now they're looking at a lot different use cases. Now it's not just moving pallets around on the ground. We can do a lot of different things with autonomous.
Yeah, I think that's a great thing, and it's great that you're able to listen to the customer like that and able to adapt to the customer and kind of deliver, what the market is asking for. I mean, I think that makes a lot of sense, right, from a business perspective too, and also for the market too. So Jason, it's really a pleasure to talk to you and catch up with you about EP North America. And if people are interested in learning more about EP North America, what's the best way to do that?
Sure, they can check us out online at epforklifts.com, and that has a lot of information about us, or they can just reach out to us directly, and we'll be happy to answer any questions they have.
All right, great. So if you guys are interested in learning more about EP North America, head to the website. And if you're interested in learning more about lithium-ion as well, I'm sure Jason would be happy to help you and inform you a little bit more. So Jason, thank you once again for your time today.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Pleasure. All right.